Once Upon a Scandal was narrated by Christopher C. Lanham III. Christopher C. Lanham III. And narrate this story. A story that is brought to you by Christopher Lanham. Christopher Columbus. Unless you want to know what the C stands for. C stands for Columbus. Christopher Columbus. Lanham, 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 3, the third. This video is not intended for anybody that wants to put a thumb down, dislike, thumb on. This video is only for those who at least want to put a thumbs up on a video, and are thinking the entire time when they're watching this that, gosh dang it, I want to put a thumbs up, or that this guy is narrating this, is killing this video, it's killing it. Just killing this video, killing it. So anyways, Once Upon a Scandal, wee little Roseburg. Characters have not changed. They are actually the characters used because they are real people who do real jobs, do things that affect people in real life and real society. So we are not leaving those people's names out of the story. Look at that one. Almost dumped my microphone. So anyways, this story starts from the beginning of the time when somebody was watching somebody's house for them as a favor because they got picked up stupidly by the parole officer. So I guess you could say it's Rob Shepard's fault for all of this. Thanks, Rob Shepard, you dumb fucking idiot. Thanks. Rob Shepard, dealer for me. I'm fucking idiot. Okay, so he goes off, does that, disappears, and then he leaves these people at his house. So it is quite his fault. I don't give a rat's ass. He did it to himself. What happened to him? What happened to the people when they got caught doing criminal activity? I would have to say that I'm not surprised, nor will I shake or waver from my feeling of just so when you guys stole something and got caught and you guys are going to feel sorry for yourself. I know that's not the case with those guys, but one person in the story gets caught, the police have him dead cold, but police are dead set on using Mr. Random actually to go along with this guy's paperwork. I don't know if they thought that this guy Justin Sanders, who Mr. Lanham later on was arrested for beating up because the guy pursued Mr. Lanham and stalked him for over 2 years. Over 2 long, miserable years. This guy was sticking around Roseburg after this. He was going around after his conviction or whatever from the authorities in Roseburg. So we're stealing and using and taking this title for ourselves and not allowing anybody else to use the title Once Upon a Scandal in a wee little Roseburg, Oregon. We take that for our own story here, our storyline. So, diving back into the story. So, this individual was somehow he's invited to go out to this place where Mr. Lanham had been, but Mr. Lanham had made an official attempt, not just walked off, without any responsibility. Mr. Lanham officially walked off the his primacy duty or whatever, this rubber chicken had over to him, walked away with no responsibility, took his responsibility with him, and said bye. So Rob Shepard at that point was highly and quite aware and had no excuse for not having somebody at his residency to keep and contain other vandals and vandalism and thefts and other things like that from occurring at his house. It's not my fault that these guys make good workers and take the money just like anybody else and end up robbing you or stealing from you, taking from you if maybe they thought Rob owed them money or something. I don't know what the case was, but Rob was highly aware at that point that he needed to have somebody else look over the place and have a little bit of authority of the grounds and the premise while he was gone until he could come back. But that's not what he got, or what basically he might maybe anticipated. I don't know what he anticipated. Not actually having somebody actually go out there and replace it whenever you're told that your place is going to be vacant. There's these buildings that, he knows that in his mind, so he just wound up being some kind of a Rob Shepard character until he ended up being this character that was head, some kind of head damage, traumatic damage to the guy's head or something like that. He didn't get that. So you tell him all this stuff. You care about your house, right? Well, okay. Don't sit there. Okay, don't do nothing. Don't call people up and tell them to go check out your house or whatever. Make people leave if they see bad people there. Go there with it. Nowadays, you can go there with you can use video surveillance in places. You can take a camera with you. You can even use probably micro screen cameras that probably work pretty good, stuff like that. So you catch people. So I want to catch people trying to dupe me with these different technologies that we have now and today. Trying to get it all on camera so we know exactly what's going on, and then if there's a scandal like this, Roseburg goes ahead and they pull the lever and getting a felony conviction on somebody anyways, we're doing his shit. We want to get it on camera, so we have even more of that than just me explaining how it's a scandal, and we can look it up in the archives. All these different characters, Justin Sanders, go look and see when he got busted for robbing or stealing from Rob Shepard's house and taking kind of 4 people, 4 young children, took young teenagers, took their TV and carry it into the pawn store for him. And have his wife, so her name, the dotted line, and then the police come and show me the videotape of it doing that, and that's all I remember. So that's how come the story goes, jumps from that, and that's what story I tell. That's how I know it. That's how I know the story. It goes from them doing that, me not knowing that at this point, and then me becoming aware of it because of the police telling me. So the police told me, they showed me this video. How else was I supposed to? He didn't sell me the TV. So how in the hell else was I supposed to know that he had got busted, or actually be a narc or a rat for the guy to stalk me? If he just have people from Winston and other places support him and back him up to help create this scandal with the authorities, got involved in and allowed this creep of a criminal use their system, and they went ahead and did it without thinking about it or even wanting to know Mr. Lanham's side of the story, or dropping the case, or if that's what they wanted, if that's how it ended up going to court from having it dismissed in court, is what should have at least happened to hear the entire story. But you only hear one side of the story that the police tells, and the DA hears only that and won't hear from Mr. Lanham. And what she heard was Mr. Lanham worked out to beat Mr. Sanders up. That's all they said and all that they told for however long weeks or however long the court trial lasted until they deliberated and made their final decision in an hour. You know, they made it that quick because the DA knew what she was doing. She was cold hard up, ready to convict a person on something totally ridiculous. It was they made a mountain out of a molehill. All Mr. Lanham did was pull up to Justin Saunders when he caught him, because Justin Saunders, none of this would have happened if Justin Saunders had not had provoked all of this a week before Mr. Lanham seen Justin Saunders, before he was convicted for beating his stalker. Mr. Lanham was convicted for beating his Justin Saunders stalker. Um, Bad person, guy, criminal. Um, uh, what I can say is that it became apparent that what happened in the incident, and said it was a felony, and the lady actually got a felony conviction over Mr. Lanham. She made a false characterization out of her character, who's an autistic man, Mr. Lanham. And what they did was they said, "Oh, this is a crazy delusional or whatever they were, violent criminal though." So this is the big huge problem that I have with this, is that they didn't fair and squarely get Mr. Lanham really with his pants down like they want to act and say that they did. It's not true at all. They did not. Um, they're trying to say that Mr. Lanham, the guy who was a volunteer, the VA, and the VFW, and God knows who else were like that. I mean, God bless this. I mean, God bless your soul, son, Mr. Lanham, Mr. Christopher Columbus Lanham III. God bless you and your soul and everything about you and everything around you. God bless you with all sincerity and deep apologies for what they did to you, sir. So, somebody who stopped you because the police made a scandal out of this whole entire thing did not have to use Mr. Lanham in the paperwork, but went ahead and put Mr. Lanham in this dipshit's paperwork, his police report. The witness who he took the TV into, and then made Mr. Lanham a witness after they told Mr. Lanham what had happened at Robert Shepard's house, the place where he was supposed to watch before, but gave an official letter to the guy. Had official reasons for leaving, and legally not, I was legally at that point not compromised in any way with anything to do with the guy's house at that point anymore. Before all of this, then I came up even more of a surprise because I don't even think it happened that quite right away. It happened kind of right away, but not like days after, but like maybe a week or two, or a couple of weeks or something like that. So it was beyond me, but the police still wanted to add me and include me into the thing. And I guess they were being clever and thought it was slick if they put me in there in this creep's paperwork After all that they did to make me a witness in this guy's case was because I told them that they could. After they told me what went on and showed me the videotape, but then after they had already busted the guy, so they had a sealed tight case. It didn't need me at all. Didn't ask me to go into court. Didn't do anything like that. Maybe might have used me and my name against the guy somehow, but I wasn't there. I wasn't with any of them, so it doesn't really make me a rat if the guy went and did something dirty and tried to maybe would have framed me for it. Like, if they could have made it look like I did it somehow, with more, I need more video evidence and technology on my side now because of the creepy people in the world keep getting creepier. So they couldn't frame me for the place. So the guy got pissed because he got busted. So then, in true scandal, the Roseburg authorities were going to um, find out the arresting officer's name. We haven't found out his name yet. We have it on the cusp of having the name. If we wanted it, we can get it anytime we want to our resources, but we chose not, that we did not want to know. He was a sergeant there, that's what we remember. Sergeant Dipshit from the Roseburg Police Department, PD, arrested Mr. Lanham for beating up Justin Sanders, a guy who stalked him for over 2 years. And it came after him after the Roseburg Sheriff's Department, or the authorities there, made a case against the guy who stalked him instead of telling the guy who stalked Mr. Lanham to stay away from him and that it's illegal. Um, we're going to pull your card. We catch you around Mr. Lanham, we're going to pull your shit. They didn't see that. Instead, what they did was they used it all against Mr. Lanham when this guy was stalking him. Mr. Lanham had to make a quick decision in his life that had nothing to do with it. It had a lot to do with the courts causing and creating all of this, and then using their resources and what they have now to truly turn it around and be a complete monster. In my opinion, if they're caught up doing that to Mr. Lanham, they are just as much of a monster, in my opinion. In my ill, dark opinion, so ill minded opinion of all these people, they're in a pathetic little loser ass town. Little, lock your ass up in there. You can't escape this fucking hellhole of a shithole of a place. A scandal. So, can't have it, let people have it, perfectly in their lives or whatever, or just be perfectly normal. Not like everything's perfect, but just be perfectly normal. You have to cause, you know, um, things to be disrupted in people's lives on purpose, and it doesn't matter who they are. So you catch a good guy up, somebody who's going to school to try to get his associate's degree at the time, was considering really when I branched out to university, I wanted to go work for the Center for Disease Control. And like to have had a particular government job was was my dream and ambition and goal at the time. So I was kind of raised in the government, in the military or whatever. So was encouraged to do something like that because I am a systems person. I'm not an establishment person. I'm a systematic person. Systematic is in systematic to have the system, the way everything works, and you fit in systematically with everything. Everybody calculates and systematically falls into everything in a job or whatever you do to help the world. So I'm a systematic person and I fall in place where I am beneficial to the planet. So because a police officer in Roseburg, Oregon, in 2001 time, two, whatever, decided to go after Mr. Lamb, they decided to do it in despite of the circumstances or whatever they do, they had selective cop hearing there so bad that it was mute. It was completely selective, telling me what they wanted to hear for him. And then now he has the other officials there drawn into a conversation with their names and their police department, their agencies, drawn into the phrase and the title of scandal. Now, so is there an answer to all of this? After all this time and up to this point, when people make really bad decisions that are police officers and district attorneys and stuff, do they really believe that they can just mute people and hush people with some kind of subpoena or some kind of legal document? You're gonna shut me up. You're gonna make some judge down here where I'm at now throw my ass in jail if I keep talking about you? How are you gonna sequester me for what you guys allowed to happen? And for me to not be able to tell my story? Is that how Roseburg, Oregon would want it to go down? Officially is, so what's the solution to all this? I would like to see reprimands, people will lose their jobs and their, you know, benefits and their retirements over this. I really do. So what is the answer? Stop it. What is the answer for I'm talking about, that's one part. Like, what do you do now that all this comes to light and Mr. Random is not going to forget about this. This was his life. This is what they did to him. So he's going to always remember what they did to him. So now there's that. At this point, or some point in the game, what do you do? That if these people abuse their jobs and their resources, tax dollars, and other people's money, how many people, if they did that to Mr. Lamb, who, how many other people do you think that they bring through the coals on purpose just because they can and use this selective hearing thing? When society allows the authorities to use the selective hearing for people and make somebody out to be a violent criminal just because you're a Roseburg cop and you're a district attorney and that's when you want to put on your selective hearing thing, you're going to make a mountain out of a molehill and make somebody who is being pursued and victimized by a bully. When he finally stands up to the bully, it's possibly one of the only ways to stop him. Because if I would have went up to the cops or used the cops would have gotten involved anymore. The guy would have really had me. They almost killed me. Did you know that? They almost killed me from calling me this narc thing because of the authorities and other people with chicken shit bullshit. So because I stood up and beat up a bully. Roseburg seriously has for years. I can go and have it taken up and I don't even know. They got my DNA at the time and everything, the other shit. They're just bullshit. Bringing me through the coals over this and humiliating me, making me not feel, because I knew that they screwed me over. I truly have been screwed over, but they made me out to be this villain, this evil, violent criminal that you better watch out. You better not have any guns, you violent criminal. We're going to sick our dogs and your probation officer over there at your house. When they're going to go through your shit, just like everybody else. Fucking dirty ass motherfuckers. Should have fucking just fucking had been waiting for them motherfuckers, and I should have fucking doused gasoline on all them motherfuckers and lit their fucking bitch ass on fire. As soon as those motherfuckers came up in my shit, in my house on 114 Aloha like that, they tried to act all fucking Billy fucking badass and shit with me. I should have fucking seen, yeah, who's a badass now? You fucking stupid fucking burnt to a crisp ass bitch. Fucking bitch ass motherfucker. Fuck you, trying to fuck people over and get away with fucking some fucking fucked up bullshit like that. Fuck you and fuck Roseburg, you fucking fucks. You ever see me in Roseburg and come fuck with me and try and act like you can just harass somebody just for the fuck of it? You'll have another thing coming. I'll be getting another fucking crime, another charge, because I'll fucking assault you. I'll fucking fuck your ass up. I will fuck you up like no tomorrow. I swear to God. I'll fucking burn you hard. I'll fucking stomp a mud hole in your fucking ass. I'll fuck your ass up. Roseburg police authorities. DA woman. Whoever the fuck out of that motherfucking burnt ass fucking bitch ass fucking cocksucking ass fucking fucked up little fucking shell of a fucking hole. The shit Satan's fucking asshole of a fucking fucked up fucking place. Will fuck your ass up if you ever try fucking. If I hear of some shit like you trying fucking something legally against me or some shit like that, I swear to God, I will fucking hold such a grudge. You'll never know what the fuck. I'll get you motherfuckers together at a fucking party and I'll make a banquet. I fucking trick you faggot ass into going to, and I'll fuck your ass up. All of you bitches, all together, you fucked with me. Doesn't sound fair enough? It's not a fucking threat, it's a promise. You fuck with people who are being fucked with by somebody. Somebody's stalking me, coming after me, and then you convict me for it? Well, I've grown up a lot. And the way I look at it now is I was unjustly fucked over, and you fucked my constitutional rights over, and you stomped all over that shit. You just stomped all fucking shit fucked all over my rights. I'd like to tell you, fuck you. You fuck with me and my rights any fucking more. You fucking whore ass goddamn fucking fucked up fucking motherfuckers. I swear to God, I will plant you in the ground where you fucking stand right there. You think you're a tough ass, tough little fucking faggot bitch? Get on the plane and come on down where I'm at. You know, I can't even fucking look up hardly any of this shit, but you motherfuckers can look up fucking what people are doing, fucking who they this and that and all this other fucking bullshit on this motherfucker as the fucking abusive ass fucking piece of shit fucking toting ass of fucking authority fucking asshole faggot ass authority figures, but yet I can't fucking look up to say fucking shit for myself when you guys are unjustly fucking going around dicking people over their constitutional rights when they're being abused and somebody's following them and stalking them and shit. I'll tell you what, to make all that fucking sweet and simple, I got something that I won't even fucking say, I won't even mention, but it sounds highly illegal and I could be a highly fucking big, blown up big time trouble over. If somebody stalks me and fucks with me ever again like that, I'll have something else for their ass. Something else other than being ran through the mud, having people act like I'm some violent fucking shithead for fucking beating some guy's ass who deserved it. Fucking wanted to try to punk me in front of my mom and shit. There you guys like punking me in front of my parents. You guys like punking people who are down and out, who fucking have problems, who fucking, you know. whatever the issue, you want to go ahead and cash in back in 2001 or whenever the fucking time was. It's time to cash in on this fucking guy's ass, you know, just because we can and we have selective cop hearing. Okay, well, fuck you. Shove it up your faggot ass. Once upon a scandal in wee little Roseburg, faggot Oregon.